Okay, fine. Just to confirm, we are recording. Does anybody have any objections to this? No, great. So let me continue. Can everyone just introduce themselves? So if we start off with Nadine first, and I'm going to mute myself, and Nadine, you'll have to unmute.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Siama. I want to introduce myself. I am Nadine Aletsi. I am from Egypt. I live in Dubai. I born in Dubai as well. I was a banker for 12 years. Then I convert my field to become a Zumba and yoga instructor. And also I took a certificate and courses in a TOT, which is training of trainee in different fields of the humanity, power of woman, the happiness, and many fields. And recently I am a modeling and fashionista. Especially I represent my country. I have also my Islamic style. I make like my unique style. I am Miss Magnificent 2021, and also I joined many pageants like Be Unique International. I finished it already, and now I am with the Bazaar by Nahed in Dubai also, and with Mr. Richard in COVID-19 Warrior, and that's it.
Well, Nadine, that's all. Very impressive. No, super impressive, and you're very much, active when it comes to beauty pageants and modeling, and it's very good. It's very inspirational.
Thank you, dear. Thank you.
Move on to Urmila.
Hi everyone. Good evening. So I'm Urmila Chaudhary from Bangalore. I am working within clinical research organization in Bangalore. But last year I decided, like, it was lockdown here. So I decided how to utilize the lockdown, like especially on weekend. So I started searching like for online beauty means makeup artist course. And because I love to click photos and also I decided if I can do some, at least learn some makeup and all, then I can do by my own. And in this lockdown, I have learned a lot and I've become a certified makeup artist. And in between, I contact Richard, and Richard gave me the opportunity to be a part of the online pageant. And it was from that also I really learned a lot. And I have contact with a lot of beautiful people whom I still am learning from them. And then I started posting my photos and all in Instagram, and I became a beauty influencer, mom bloggers, because I felt like whatever I am doing with my kids and how I am teaching my kids, others mom should also know. Like with that, I can help few of the moms, like how to maintain the screen time, what food we should give, how to take care of. My journey started this year January, and now I have 6K followers on Instagram. So I feel really great. Like I feel, and I used to tell everyone, like we should not stop ourselves any learning in any age, because we don't know when something will knock at our door, and we can learn a lot of things. And now I started helping people also. I decided, like, every day I will try to help 3 people, so that 3 people will learn something from me. And at the end of the day, I really feel very happy, like that, okay, for me at least 3 people have learned something new. So these are the things which motivate me a lot, and still I'm learning stage. So maybe hopefully we'll learn a lot of things from you all. Thank you so much.
That's very inspirational. You went, congratulations on finishing your makeup artist course and then becoming a beauty influencer, 5K followers. I know Instagram is very hard work, so you're doing incredibly well. It's all about women empowerment, so having the confidence within us to then embrace the world and actually share what we're learning and teach it with confidence. So, so far, it's confidence, having a good attitude, removing any negativity, removing any toxics. So no, amazing, Urmila. Congratulations. Very inspirational, very inspirational. And these
Thank you
kind
so
of platforms is where you can sort of embrace it and you can also influence a lot more people.
Sure, sure. Thank you.
Shall we move on to Liji? Is it Liji?
Yeah, Liji. Yeah, myself, Liji Jose. So I am based in Dubai. From like for past 20 years, I'm here in Dubai only, and I work with an international company as a finance manager. And then my hobbies are like gardening, and I was I also got opportunity to work with Richard last year in the contest of COVID-19 Supreme Warrior. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Liji, for explaining your background to us. No, it's fantastic. You know, you're building up your confidence, you're building up your self-esteem to come onto these platforms. You've got a hard degree, you've got a hard qualification behind you, you're a finance manager. So, you know, it's good, it's good, it's very good. But well done. Let's move on to Kamal.
Hey, namaskar to all the lovely, beautiful ladies around there. My name is Kamal. The reason I put Desi by choice, because that's my handle name. That's why I'm known as on the social media. And the name clearly says I'm totally Desi. If you'll go to my feed and people who know me in my personal life, I'm totally Desi. Starting with my background, coming from India, living in Dubai from last 19 years. I've been associated indirectly with the fashion world, being a model in India, and have participated in Miss India pageant. I've done international ramp shows with Miss Universe and Miss Indias and Miss Worlds. But that was only in the beginning of my life career. I've been a corporate woman completely. I did my hotel management, worked into different companies. I've managed companies around the world. But 2 years ago, I took a sabbatical, very conscious sabbatical, because my boys were growing up. I needed to spend some time with them before they hit their uni and make some beautiful memories, you know, typical mom thing. Anyhow, so my sabbatical, I rekindled my love of my Desi thing. Being an expat, I think you grow more closer to your home country than being in India. So for me, everything I realized that I'm losing my Indian touch. Corporate was all about Westerns. Going out was always all Westerns. So my Indian wardrobe was not getting any air. It was only around Diwali or festival or puja time. One sari will come out, you unfold and you wear, and then it used to go back to the suitcase, go to India, come back with another 2-3 saris, and again, you know, recycle and all. But 2 years ago, that conscious decision I made that socially I will start wearing sari. So it started with socially, then it went on to FB. I started posting. I realized there is another tribe like mine. My children asked me to put it on Insta. If I really want to influence more people, I came on Insta. Then I realized it's a beautiful thing. And then I have started calling myself as a Desi enthusiast and a sari blogger and sari influencer. I request you all Indian women, even Nadine, I've met her in Bazaar because I was there as a groomer. You see my feed, I wear sari totally non-conventional way. My sari draping speaks very differently. It's not a typical that, cover, take your pallu up and put your pleats down. I play around with sari completely. And I'm a firm believer that sari is one garment that goes with all the body, all the age, all the nationality. This is one garment that a woman must have in their closet. Well, on Insta, you find men as well having a sari in their closet because this goes with everything. So that's me, too long. Today is Siama's day. So I'll give back the phone to her and I'll go mute.
No, honestly, Kamal, that was incredible. I mean, you should be also be part of the jury as well. So I think all of the women can be part of the jury and be giving advice and how one should be confident within themselves. And you've created Desi by choice with a difference, with a unique difference. So you've come from a corporate background into as a woman, you have to look after the family, and the family generally come first, but then at the same time, you're also looking after yourself as well. So there's a lot of self-care, there's a lot of self-transformation in there. So no, that's excellent. I was just looking for you as well on Instagram. So 17,500 followers. Really good. It's really good. I'm not a big Instagram person myself. And my Instagram's also got technical issues as well. So, but I will be following everybody. So let us start. I'm going to do a screen share, and I want to make this as interactive as possible. So all you have to do is, just unmute and then interject when I'm speaking as well. So because it's about all of us, and we all have different unique things and areas that we can share upon. So who understands what should be the preparation of a beauty pageant? Anybody? And I'm just going to put the slideshow on. Oh, I can't hear. Does anybody know how they should be preparing for a beauty pageant?
It's mainly, anyone is speaking, or should I go ahead?
No, please.
Yeah. Beauty pageant, I would say this is mainly a sense of a representation of your own self. I've seen people getting influenced that this is what happened in the past pageant and this is what I must do. Yes, there are certain trends that you must follow, but it's the representation of you as an individual. So one need to work on their own themselves, then work on what the others are trying to tell you.
Correct.
So that's sweet.
Absolutely. It's about your personality. It's about the attitude, and it's about your confidence. So a beauty pageant should not be about competition with other women. It should not be about your body or their body and you're in envy. It should be about you transforming yourself, but you have to transform yourself from your heart. So it all comes from the heart. If you can transform your heart, only then does it become sustainable. Otherwise, the ugliness in the personality comes out. And we want to work on becoming the best version of yourself. So you have to cultivate your heart. And how do we cultivate our heart? Is by actually understanding ourselves. So doing a self-actualization on yourself. So have a notebook and, on a weekly basis, write down the emotions that when you're angry, what happens? What makes you angry? What makes you negative? What takes your mood down? What puts you into depression? What makes you sad? What disappoints you? So you need to write all of these areas down so you can understand your emotions. When you understand your emotions, that's when you can tap into your heart. And you have to work on your heart. So cultivate your heart is how you're going to build on your personality and your character, which subsequently by default will increase and uplift your confidence. Any questions? So personality, confidence, and attitude. You've got to have those three things. They've got to be positive and not negative. So no toxicity, no negativity, no gossiping, bad language, swearing. As a woman, we should never swear, blaspheming, colloquialism, speaking with words that are negative within your vocabulary. So as a woman, you need to hold yourself with high esteem. You need to hold yourself to become a high valued woman. And And part of it is to have good vocabulary and good language. I can't see everyone, but please stop me if anybody wants to interject. I think we've lost Urmila, and I'm not sure where Richard is. So the agenda for this session is, is part of self-development and self-enhancement on how to become a beautiful, high-valued woman. Now, what is everybody's understanding of what is a beautiful, high-value woman? Anybody? Nadine. Oh, unmute. You have to unmute though.
Yes, dear. Sorry.
What's your understanding on how to become, or what is a beautiful, high-valued woman? In your understanding.
To be a high-valued woman, I have also to believe about myself. I have to believe about what I am doing, what I want to reach, what I want to achieve, even if my conditions is not let me to reach. No, I have to work on myself. I have to focus about my, even if I'm a mom or I have a children or I'm always busy. No, I have to take care about myself, to reach what I want, to achieve my goals, and also to be confident to myself. Once I become like that, my children will teach from me, and the other women, they will teach from me also, and I will represent myself, I will represent my country, and I will be like like a star. All the people or all the women, they will take me as an example to go in and to be also to achieve their goal.
Absolutely. So no, beautifully presented. So exactly, having self-worth. You've got to have self-worth. Yes, you've got to have self-worth within yourself, and then you have the confidence. Now, there is a very fine line between confidence and arrogance, but I think we've got to a level in our lives that we know the difference between having good confidence and going into arrogance. So we know when to stop ourselves and when something becomes arrogant. When do you think that fine line, when you could overcome, you could cross it and become arrogant? Does anybody know how to stop themselves from not being arrogant? Because it's a fine line. Anybody?
Dr. Saima, I can say.
Yes, please.
Yeah, to limit myself, to not think that I can do, I can know everything. No, I have to understand, I have to learn. Even if I have 100 years old, no, I have to learn also. I have to take a lesson from every second I'm living in. I think this is the fine line between the confident and the other thing.
Arrogance. No, absolutely. So you become arrogant when you start competing with someone, when you start envying someone, when you stop learning. So like you said, you've got to continue learning. We go for classes, we do self-development on ourselves, we read a lot. So you work on yourselves. You don't talk about somebody else. You don't gossip about someone else, because you're focusing on yourself. You're focusing on your achievements, on your goals, on how you're going to make those achievements become reality. And you're going to have high standards, really high standards, which are going to be your standards, nobody else's standards. And so you're also not sharing your standards, because you're keeping it to yourselves, because you're going to be humble with it. Yes?
Exactly. Yes, exactly.
Great. So going down the agenda, we're going to be talking about personality and character. We're going to go through elements of etiquette, self-care, nutrition and exercise, some makeup, intelligence and emotional intelligence, and deportment. So let us first start with personality, which we've all been discussing. So again, you're entering a beauty pageant. Sometimes it's automatically thought, oh my God, she's so arrogant, or you could become quite negative in it, because there will be other women there. You may get envious, but I think, when we work on ourselves, then we work on our personality and our character. So we work on confidence. Liji, tell me, how do you work on your confidence?
Like trying to become successful. And if I fail, I try again and again. And then I gain confidence. Yes, I can do it. And then that's it.
No, fantastic. No, that's absolutely. So as women, to become the best version of yourself, we've got to keep practicing. Now, when we practice, it's never going to be perfect straight away. So you've got to keep practicing, and you will fail, but it's called a challenge. So I don't like the word using fail. I call it a challenge. As a woman, we go through many different challenges. We go through ups and downs, but we always lift ourselves up. We always lift ourselves up. So what you should do is, when you are feeling, a bit down, a bit sad, a bit disappointed, which we all do. We all go through those stages. We all go through calamities in our lives, trials and tribulations in our lives, and we're the only ones that can sort it out. Nobody can sort it out for us. We have to be the leader of ourselves. So we are the ones that are going to resolve our trials and tribulations and pick ourselves up. So give yourself a time deadline. So I'm going to be sad maximum of 5 hours or 24 hours. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be bright, happy, up, and nothing is going to come in my way. So you need to be able to give yourselves these time deadlines so your mood changes. Now, if your mood continues to be on a sad level, or you're suffering from fatigue, then there's probably some sort of deficiency or your hormones. But, that's more of a medical thing. But on a mental thing, you can pick yourselves out of an upset or a depressing or a sad mental attitude. So confidence, self-love. Why is self-love important? I can't see anybody apart from Nadine and Liji. Is that right? And Urmila. So Urmila's back. And Kamal is there as well. So I can see Kamal as well. So maybe Kamal, could you let us know about self-love?
I was trying to unmute. Oh,
I'm facing a network issue. Just a minute. Power cut happened, so that's the reason.
Okay.
All under control.
Yes.
Bring in the self-love. Everything will be all right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So self-love is so important, and there used to be a small story when I was a baby. They used to say that, a mother loves a child more than herself, but I think a mother loves herself first, then only she can love the child. So self-love is most important, and that's what brings you your confidence. That's what you brings in how to take the next step. If every time you remain under criticism and you say, I am bad, there is something missing in me, you'll never find anything. You don't forget about beauty pageant or anything. You need to appreciate everything for yourself, what you are, how you are. Accept it. Once you accept it, the world will accept it. Now I'll take 1 more minute, Siama, not more than that. I'll tell you, being an expat, I always thought, it was my perception, that if I'll wear sari, there'll be a lot of eyes looking at me and will be glaring at me, and how can I step out? Wearing a sari and walking to the mall, oh my God, it was like, oh my God, your heart will start jumping up and down, and your stomach will have growls, thinking that, oh my God, I'm wearing sari, what's wrong with me? But I'm telling you, I walked in sari, in my awkward saris, in my asymmetrical saris. Nobody looks at you, no one, because I was confident, because there was self-love for me. I said, I don't give a hoot who says what. I am walking the ramp. For me, that was the ramp. I walked in with my ramp, with my self-body. I says, I don't care if my boots are showing. I don't care if anybody will say, oh, this is not the right way. Indians will turn around and say, what are you wearing? This is a disrespect to the sari. Another will say, what the hell is wrong with you? This is a costume party. I did not care, because I just believed in myself, my attitude, my confidence, and my self-love. I said, I believe in myself. That's what made me walk in. So self-love comes first, than any other love. Other loves are also important. Okay, thanks.
I love it, Kamal. No, absolutely. And that attitude is confidence, it's self-esteem, it's, even though you don't care, nobody's looking at you, you're looking at yourself. So that is a beautiful confidence to have. It's a beautiful attitude to have. And that's the kind of attitude that we should be embracing and we should be sharing with all the other women, because, there's still a lot of competition between women, and there's enviness starts to result and jealousy results, and that brings you down. Although, we could be working on ourselves, but when there's a negative person within the group, then that would have a heavy influence on us. So it's really important that we work on ourselves with self-love. But if there is somebody within your close proximity who is toxic, and there will always there will always be these kind of people, you have to remove yourself from that kind of atmosphere, because that kind of person will bring you down. And it's really important that you know who your friends are, who your family are, and they will start to believe in you the same way as you believe in yourself. So self-love is completely essential. And don't listen to anybody's negativities, because there's always going to be that person who will always be negative in your ear. So remove yourself from that kind of negativity. Humbleness and politeness. Why is humbleness and politeness important? Because it helps with your attitude, it helps with building your character. Now, how do we build and how do we create humbleness and politeness? It's by having manners. Now, you have to learn manners. Now, some of it is conditioned by your parents, by your society, by your schooling, but you also have to self-develop your kindness and your politeness on, saying basic things such as thank you, please, no thank you. Of course, using nice vocabulary that emphasizes your spoken language. So it's important to just add these very simple but very powerful words that will associate you within the politeness and having good manners and good character. How do we work on our humbleness? Urmila. Have I got Urmila in the group? Yes. Humbleness. Oh, it's mute. Great.
Yeah, it's very much important, because the more you're polite, people will interact with you more. And the way you will speak, people will sometimes with your way of dressing sense, or with the way you from, like people say, right, with the cover of the book, you can't say like how the person is. So when you start speaking with the people, if you're too humble, if you're too polite, then people want to share their thinking with you. That is happening with me right now, because I know, like, when people start interacting with me through social media or through personal life, they come to me, they try to know me very well. They want to know how I am growing, or how I am balancing my life and all. So that's the reason they are coming to me, because I try to be more humble to them, more polite to them, and try to help them out. So that is very much important in everywhere. So that's the way I used to think.
I agree. No, absolutely. It's very important that we are helpful. Part of becoming humble, again, to become humble, we've got to cultivate our hearts. It doesn't come naturally. You have to work on it, on how to become humble, how to have humility. So you've got to work on that, which is part of your personality and part of your character. Now, one thing I would like to emphasize, and it's really important, do not allow anybody to take advantage of you. Because when you become humble, when you have a lot of manners and you are polite, some people, and a lot of people actually, can take advantage of it. So as a woman, you need to know, yes, I am humble. Yes, it's part of my politeness and kindness, but I'm going to say no. When no means no, it means no. Because people will take advantage. The more humble you become, the more people will take advantage of it. So, you know, you need to be able to say no, and that puts you into an association of becoming a high valued woman, that you are able to say no. So if somebody's giving you a lot of work to do, and you know, you've got your own work, but somebody else is giving you their work and their tasks, you need to be able to send it back to them and say, no, I'm not going to be doing it. So, you know, you've got to become powerful within yourselves. Agree, disagree? Anybody? Nadine?
Yeah, what you told is true. Because yes, I face that same problem, ma'am, because too humble and too polite means people, you try to take the advantage of that too. But in this way, I learned a lot, because it's happened with me. So from that I got a lesson, and with that, this only I have to think and then have to speak or decide whether I have to have that person or I have to speak with that person or not.
Absolutely, absolutely. And when it comes to, if it's part of your job and you are meant to earn income from it, then you have to charge. You know, it's part of you charging, it's part of your revenue. You can't do things for free because you're trying to work on your humbleness. There's a level of how much charity, how much humbleness you do. You work on yourself first, you work on the charity element. You first work on yourself and then you can give charity. Yes? Nadine, you were saying?
Yeah, absolutely correct what you are saying, and what Urmila said, that the more you are becoming humble, the people will use you and will go to you that khalas, Nadine, she's kind, she's humble, she can do whatever we want without anything, without any charge, without thinking about Nadine, what she is feeling. Even if you are a mom, you are always giving without taking anything. This store, what you have, it will be finished one day.
Yes, correct.
So you have to be taking and giving at the same time, and you have to say no in the right time. That's it.
No, absolutely, absolutely. So moving down, be down to earth and be sociable. So, you know, it's important that we are down to earth, where our minds, our mental attitude, our mental personality is very much down to earth. We're not thinking about, you know, being a princess or, you know, being a queen, which gives you